Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back. There's your playing demo for you. Job done and accomplished. Yes. Electric acoustic Ibanez squeezer. This is part of their exotic wood series, which also means it comes with a pretty freaking big price tag apparently too. Although I don't know how big, but there is a used one on Reverb. Ash wood, not the same pattern because wood doesn't repeat itself. But they want like 750 bucks Canadian in shipping, and it's like, oh. But I've also seen these kicking around used on the internet for like $450, $500, $600 used. Depending on whether they're ash or maple. They have a few other woods as well that they're playing around with. From what I can tell of this guitar, and giving it a very close inspection because there's like no info really on this thing. From what I can see inside and out, it is definitely looking like we have laminate back and sides, but definitely have a steel solid top on this. So the ash top is solid, but the back and sides are not, which is fine. I mean, the majority of your guitars, until you start spending like several $1,000s, okay, you ain't getting all solid wood in nothing, okay? Unless it's a Martin like my one on the wall, 1,500 bucks Canadian, and it's all solid wood. That's an exception, that's a Martin. But otherwise, generally, even Taylor, you're going to spend almost $3,000 Canadian before you're going to get a Taylor with all solid wood. We're talking brand new price, not used, okay? So keep that in mind. Now this, I got used at Long McQuaid. There was the same one in ash at the Hawk Shop on Main Street. They wanted $450, and it has a warped top. Like a few spots on the top are really... I wouldn't pay $450 for that, sorry. Way too much. Then again, those guys aren't very good at checking guitars. At least they know how to check it and see if a neck is straight or not, but they really don't know about, oh, is the top actually flat? Because it's called a flat top guitar for a reason. That's what acoustics are. They're called flat tops. And this one is in fantastic condition. The original owner took really good care of this thing. Even the fretwear is very minuscule. It looks more like dirt than anything, but I know there's a little tiny, teensy-weensy little bit amount of dinging that's going on. But I mean, that's normal. You're playing your guitar, right? At least the guy's got a light touch. Kudos to that guy who owned this. You took care of it. That's awesome. There's also got Elixir nano web strings on this thing. I'm not sure about the bridge pins. They seem to either be tusk or bone from the looks of them, and you know, and the design factor is telling me that they're likely tusk, but it's hard to say. I haven't done a bite test or taken them out or anything to confirm that, but they look like they may have been upgraded. That's possible. I don't know, but it kind of it's got me suspicious a little bit. Not that I care, okay? Lots of binding, multi-layer on the top side and on the sides, front and back on the sides, and on the back is also multi-layer. They did the same deal with the cutaway, all the way, and it's actually all the way around too, and it's like, wow, they put a lot of effort into putting this sucker together, like, now it is single layer on the neck, obviously, both sides. There are no fret markers, other than you have just this little insignia of whatever it is. It looks kind of like an infinity symbol, but having a bad hair day, because I don't understand the whole middle circle, but whatever. It's their emblem thing they did. You do have fret markers, though, along the side, of course. That's fine. Even the back strap pin, they've also got a plate here as well. Being that it's electronics, our preamp is pretty cool. This one here, I think it's actually got a brand on it. Licensed by B-Band. Okay, and it does have all your for each string name, has that along this little display in here. Then of course you've got your center light, nice big light that goes green when you're in tune, right? Plus and minus signs for like sharp and flat, you got that. We've got a, they call it a notch frequency control. That's actually really handy, I found. I plugged this thing into a Fishman Loudbox Mini at Long McQuaid because I wanted to test everything out on it, obviously, before I buy it. Yeah, it's kind of interesting how that can reshape your entire EQ on you. And your EQ is bass, mid, and treble separate, like perfect. Master volume, we also have a phase control, comes in handy. And it's just a one button, you know, turn it on. You know, if it's in tune, it's going to stay green, but we're a little bit out. I'm not going to say it's a perfect tuner. I've been testing the tuner even against other tuners. It's not perfect. It's a little finicky, but it's actually, I actually honestly like the tuner in this better than I do on my Martin. My Martin, at least when you get a set dead note, you're fine, but it's not very sensitive of a tuner. It's actually quite a bit of a chore. I'd say in my Martin. I don't think Martin should be playing around with tuners inside guitars. It just doesn't make sense. But this tuner works very sensitive. I think a little oversensitive, to be honest, which kind of makes it kind of good, but kind of has some drawbacks to that when it's a little too sensitive. But either way, it does work. Works well. The batteries, takes 2 AA's to power the whole system. Yamaha started doing that, and it's like, Ibanez is copying that now too. And that tray does not come all the way out. It only comes out so far, and you gotta kind of gently finagle the batteries out. It's a bit of an interesting thing. Output jack standard and built-in DI out. XLR DI out. It's like, that's sweet. I think I gotta try that out soon, because it's like, that'd be kind of really interesting to see how that works. Maybe I'll leave my wireless home this weekend and just plug right into that way. I'll just unplug my DI box from the stage and just plug the cable right into there, and away we go. Maybe. We'll see. But I'm definitely going to try it. You know, no plugged in stuff today, sorry. You know, but we will get to that, not a worry. And we are pitting this thing up against a few other guitars in here. Mainly the Martin, for sure, is first on the list. But for $250 that I paid for this at Long McQuaid, that was a pretty good deal. Considering reverb, like I said, there's one on reverb, and they're like ludicrous at like almost $750 and shipping. And then I saw the one at the Hawk Shop, also in ash, for like $450 with a warped top. And it's like, I went to Long McQuaid because I knew this had come in a couple weeks ago. They posted it on Facebook, and I was kind of like, I don't need any more acoustics. I got lots, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, I was like, what do I need another acoustic for? But then I started to think about it a little bit. I only have one other acoustic in here with a pickup, and that's my Beaver Creek, which, nothing wrong with it. Great guitar for cheapy, works beautiful. But I thought, I want something that's also fancy, you know, and I can spin off with the Martin and the other one for playing at church. Because this way, you know, you get to give your guitars each a little bit of love, you know what I mean? And you also don't wear out the frets so easy that way either when you got a lot of guitars. But I only have one electric right now, and it's a Telly. I'm a Telly guy. What can I say? But it's a comfortable guitar too, and it's definitely got some weight to her. Even though it's gloss everywhere on this thing, it's not a sticky neck. Mind you, I also don't have hands that sweat either, so I wouldn't ever know the difference. So if you have sweaty hands, you might feel it might get a little sticky. It is a narrow neck though. It's thin. Like, I can't believe this thing has got a really nice thin neck. You know, it's got a nice width to it, but the main thickness is like, it's thin. I'm like, wow. That's like, I can get my whole hand around here really good. Like, that's crazy. I love it. Anyway, so 4.5 out of 5, that's where I'm going to settle on it. Now, if you have this model, remember to check the title of the video. That'll have the actual model number. If you have this model with this model number, whether it's maple or maybe it's spalted birch or, you know, ash like this thing, let me know, you know, approximately, you know, what did it cost you for the thing new? You know, if you bought yours new or even used, you know, and how do you like this guitar? You know, I've played a few Ibanez guitars, and I owned one other one previous to this for an acoustic, which I didn't take to in the end, and the pickup sucked in it. Well, the preamp mainly. This one is like, this has got a beautiful preamp. It's incredible. But let me know in the comments below. But otherwise, just let me know what you think of this thing so far. We are going to do a plugged in video, and we are also going to pit this up against the Martini and see how it does. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.